From WBAY TV, your first alert station, Action 2 News starts right now with breaking news.
Good evening. Thanks for joining us. We continue to follow that breaking news out of Madison. We're learning more about the shooting at Abundant Life Christian School. A teacher and a teenage student were killed. The shooter, a 17-year-old female student, is also dead.
6 people were also injured in that shooting. 2 of them are said to be in critical condition tonight. Jason Zimmerman traveled to Madison. He's live now with what we know so far. Jason.
Bill, police still trying to sort out all the details of what led up to this shooting and the motivation behind it. I'm standing just down the road from the Abundant Life Christian School, where police have blocked off South Stoughton Road leading into that building, which is on the city's southeast side. The latest information we have been able to confirm is that the shooter was a 17-year-old female student. Her name has yet to be released tonight. The initial call came in this morning right before 11 o'clock, triggering a response from all across Dane County, including 15 ambulances rushing to the scene. Police say among the dead is a teacher and a student. The weapon was a single handgun. Authorities say the focus now is on providing help to those traumatized, whether physically or emotionally. Making this even more difficult is the upcoming Christmas holiday. Here's a sample of what was said during a news conference late this afternoon.
Today is a sad, sad day, not only for Madison, but for our entire country, where yet another police chief is doing a press conference to speak about violence in our community, specifically in one of the places that's most sacred.
A reunification point has also been set up at a nearby health care clinic for parents and students. Authorities say it is a big process to make sure that everybody in that building has been accounted for. There's also going to be a second news conference at 5:30 tonight. If you'd like to watch, we will stream it online at WBAY.com. Reporting live in Madison, Jason Zimmerman, Action 2 News.
From WBAY TV, your first alert station, Action 2 News starts right now with breaking news.
Local authorities investigating shooting threats at Green Bay East and West high schools. Police say there are multiple persons of interest and they are local children. We'll have those details in just a moment. But first, new details on that deadly school shooting in Madison, where police just finished a third press conference of the day, releasing new developments on this situation. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us. Police say a teenager and a teen student, or teacher that is, and a teen student were killed in the shooting at Abundant Life Christian School. 6 others were injured, 2 of them still in critical condition this evening, but 2 survivors have been released from the hospital tonight. The suspected shooter, a student there, also dead.
Madison's police chief saying just minutes ago they are not providing any information on the age or gender of the shooter to not compromise the investigation. We do know the gunman was a student at the school. Jason Zimmerman live outside the school in Madison with the latest details there. Jason.
Bill, as mentioned, that news conference wrapping up just minutes ago. We still do not know the name of the shooter, but as said, we have been told that it is a teenage female student at the Abundant Life Christian School who used a single handgun in this incident. Now, a short time ago, we did see police open up a portion of the road that was leading up to the school, which is on the city's southeast side. Police tell us that the initial call came in just before 11 this morning, prompting a massive response from across Dane County. The first officers arriving on the scene within about 3 minutes. We know that a teacher and a student are among those who were killed. A reunification point was also set up at a nearby health care clinic for parents and students, as everyone was accounted for. Authorities say that process has since been completed. There's also a focus on providing people with help who need it, whether physically or emotionally. The police chief himself says he's a former teacher, and he's asking people to be patient when it comes to information coming out in this investigation.
We ask for your patience as information is coming in. We will do the best that we can to bring you accurate and timely information, but we want to make sure that our public knows that we're working extremely hard on this particular incident. There are a lot of people involved, and certainly we're going to come together as a community.
You don't think you're going to go through this, you know, and like I said before, I bring my daughter to school knowing well that this happens in the world, that people are struggling, and I pray for my daughter's safety.
That was a parent you just heard from who has a child who attends that school. I'm also told that a candlelight vigil will take place tomorrow night for the victims near the state capitol. Another news conference is scheduled for 8:30 tonight, and we hope to have new information. You can watch it online. We will stream it at WBAY.com. Reporting live in Madison, Jason Zimmerman, Action 2 News.
Right now on Action 2 News at 10, tragedy in Madison.
I'm hearing multiple things, possibly one deceased, maybe 6 people injured, at least 2 shot.
A call for help after a shooting at a Christian school just days before Christmas.
Everybody go out now, run, it was crazy.
Panic and fear as a teenage student opens fire, killing and injuring their own classmates and a teacher.
I was scared. Why did they do that? Why?
As investigators search for a motive,
I think we can all agree that enough is enough.
parents relieved to finally reunite with their children.
I mean, there's no better feeling than knowing your kids are safe.
Tonight, as flags fly at half-staff in honor of the victims.
Our hearts are with and our arms are around everybody impacted today and everybody within our community.
Support pouring in as a grieving community begins the long road to healing.
From WBAY TV, your first alert station, Action 2 News at 10 starts now.
Good evening. Thanks for joining us tonight. Madison police releasing new details tonight on that deadly shooting. Announced the identity of the shooter as a 15-year-old girl, Natalie Ruppnow, who was a student at Abundant Life Christian School. A teen student and a teacher were killed. 6 others were injured, including a teacher and 5 students. 2 of those victims were released from the hospital. 2 are in stable condition, and 2 students remain in critical condition with life-threatening injuries. The police chief there also saying a second grader was the first to call 911.
We'll let that soak in for a minute. A second grade student called 911 at 10:57 a.m. to report a shooting at school. This has been a rough day for our city. This has been a sad day. This is going to be a day that will be etched in the collective minds and memories.
The chief says that call came in about 10:57 this morning, with authorities arriving just 4 minutes later. A Dane County Sheriff's deputy was the first on scene just 4 minutes later at 11:01, quickly followed by Madison police, who entered the school immediately. Authorities found multiple students and staff with gunshot wounds. Officials believe Ruppnow opened fire with a handgun during a study hall. Ruppnow was declared down by law enforcement at 11:05. Madison police say evidence suggests Ruppnow died by a self-inflicted gunshot wound, but are waiting for a report from the Dane County medical examiner to declare an official cause of death. Police say Ruppnow's parents are cooperating with authorities, and they are conducting searches of their home. Authorities have not yet determined a motive for that shooting. Jason Zimmerman has been covering this incident all day long. He's live in Madison tonight with a first alert update. Jason.
Bill, we still don't know what motivated the shooter even after another press conference late tonight. Police continue to have a perimeter set up outside the building, which is right behind me, as parents and students come to grips with what happened. It was just before 11 Monday morning the police received the first call for help, arriving on the scene within 3 minutes of learning an active shooter was inside Abundant Life Christian School. At first, some students did not realize what was happening.
We basically just the cops told us to okay, go to the church, everybody go out now, run. It was crazy.
Did you hear anything? Any scary noises?
Yeah, I heard gunshots and screaming, and it was all really scary.
Police say the shooter was armed with a single handgun, using it to target a very specific area of the building. At a news conference, the city's mayor pledging to do whatever it takes to provide help for people who need it, whether it's physically or emotionally.
I am on record that I think we need to do better in our country and our community to prevent gun violence. And I hoped that this day would never come in Madison.
The police chief, also a former teacher, saying it's extra hard on the families involved as they prepare to celebrate Christmas.
If it's a Christian school, then obviously our holidays, our Christian holidays are very important to the students, very important. It's a time for family. Students probably getting ready to go out on break, and now the break will be a little less about celebrating Christmas than more about celebrating perhaps friends and loved ones and staff members who perhaps lost their life.
For many parents, though, a sense of relief mixed with sadness.
I mean, there's no better feeling than knowing your kids are safe. I feel, and my heart goes out to the families that aren't that fortunate right now, because we know them and love them.
A candlelight vigil is expected to take place tomorrow night to remember those victims near the state capitol. Reporting live in Madison, Jason Zimmerman, Action 2 News.